So Prime Minister Carney of Canada said that all tariff negotiations are off the table unless Trump uh, backs down, essentially backs down from his rhetoric. Canada as a country, now I know there's a lot of great people in Canada, but from a geopolitical standpoint, Canada really has a short end of the stick on this one. When it comes to trade, Canada exports natural resources primarily to the United States. The United States is Canada's biggest trading partner by far. And if the United States can't get those natural resources, they can source them from other places, like Brazil, for example. So Canada is not in a position where they have a lot of negotiating leverage. Carney is obviously a globalist, and he wants to make headlines, and he doesn't care about the population of Canada, just like Trudeau. I mean, he's a pretty face of globalism, really. And Carney is more of a an established globalist. He's more of a manager, and because I think he was I think he's been to Bilderberg meetings. I have to check out his bio again. I saw some stuff on him, but anyway, this is not going to end well. Unfortunately, especially for Canadians, this is who it really hurts, and I don't think Carney cares. Carney, like I said, is a globalist, and his allegiance is to globalism and not to Canada. So hopefully Canada sees this for what it is and says, okay, this is globalism at work. This is not Canadian nationalism. If it was Canadian nationalism, he would be for, strengthening Canada, like, lowering taxes, or, Trudeau should have built a pipeline, from Alberta to British Columbia, or to the Hudson a long time ago, or not to the Hudson, to the St. Lawrence River a long time ago. They didn't do that because they don't care. Canada's got a lot of internal problems. There's a lot of groups that have been given sovereignty as groups and not as individuals. So Canada is more nihilistic as a country, and I say nihilistic as in it's more egalitarian. It's somewhere halfway ideologically between the United States and Europe. There's a lot of European culture that is embedded into Canada, and it has really worked against Canada quite a bit. I don't think Canada should be the 51st state of the United States. The only part of Canada that Americans really should be interested in is the prairie provinces. And even that, culturally, there are some significant differences. Again, it's very egalitarian. Americans are much more individualistic. We're more capitalistic as a culture. But with all that said, even taking Canada's culture, if you take it seriously, let's say that, as a politician, you just accept that the voters are who they are. From a policy perspective, Carney's approach is not the right approach. He should be negotiating with Trump to say, okay, we'll have the border security. We'll basically cave into your trade demands. We'll integrate with the United States. We'll boost our defense spending to the, I think it's like above the 2%. And I think the mark's gone a little bit higher than that because Canada is a part of NATO. They should do all these things. Like I said, Canada has really no negotiating leverage. The only thing they could do is be a pain in the butt, essentially. But in doing so, they're hurting Canadians more than they're hurting the United States. So, like I said, nothing against Canada. I have nothing against the people of Canada, but Canadians should understand this, and they shouldn't be angry at Trump. Trump is representing the United States, and he's trying to get better trade deals because he's trying to get other countries to open their markets up to American goods. So they're trying to level the playing field in that sense. So anyway, There's an article on that. I'll link it in the description below.